All right. All right, Shalawam. It's your brother Rataza. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Kal Halal Yahawah. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalawam to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. All right, 109 children were recovered right here in Dallas a few days ago, and 244 pedo perpetrators were arrested. But it's not national news, all right? Because the news and the media isn't there to inform you. It's there to program you, hence why it's called a program. Even going back to the Greeks. The Greeks had a Greek god named Medea, right? Medea, and she was the Greek goddess of illusions. So the media that's put up in front of your face is there to be an illusion unto you. So again, I'm gonna say it again. And you can check this out on FBI.gov. All right, 109 children were recovered, and 244 pedo perpetrators were arrested. And again, it's not national news. It's not world news. But there's celebrity gossip that you can check out. They put Diddy in the forefront, but they didn't tell you about these 109 children that was recovered right here in Dallas. Things happening right there in your neighborhoods, right up the street from you. And this ain't the first time this happened this year. It's been people being busted for, and think about it. This was some years back, it might be more. Upwards of 800,000 children go missing annually in America every year. For that many people to go missing and not be found, there has to be infrastructure set in place for that to be going down. There has to be government officials in on it for that many people to be going missing on a regular basis. 800,000 a year? That's an absorbent amount of people. Again, you look it up you can look it up on FBI.gov. It's just a couple days ago here in Dallas. 109 children recovered. That's not going to be put in your face because Esau wanted. He's the accuser of the brethren. All right, and the media is there to get you to think his way, not to observe things through the filter of righteousness. But he's getting ready to be exposed. He can't hide his iniquity forever. Even now, with the media that he pushes, you have more people, even of his own people, who are identifying that he's the problem. So even though they're gonna demonize the people that believe in Yahawashi, they're gonna demonize the people who don't get down with his agenda. Majority of people are gonna see that no, he's the problem. People are gonna, wake up out of this spell that he's casted over them. All right, let's go to I'm gonna read Proverbs 11 and 21. All right, it reads, "Though hand join in hand," and there's a lot of our people who think they just gonna stick with the so-called white man because they can't even imagine a world ruled by somebody else but the so-called white man. So they're gonna be down with him. They're gonna go along to get along. All right, so they're gonna reap the they're gonna reap the destruction that he gets on this side with him. Now in the kingdom, all the Israelites are gonna be, changed and made upright. But a bigger portion of our people, they need their asses whooped. Okay, they need gruesome deaths. And that sounds harsh coming from, but we understand through the spirit, death isn't final. All right, so when you understand that, you can stop digesting things and concepts like a mortal. All right, but Proverbs 11 and 21, it says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of righteousness shall be delivered." All right, the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, now we go to I want to go to Obadiah, because it talks about when you read Obadiah 1, you get to verse 2. It talks about this man being greatly despised, and you got to ask yourself, what are some of the elements of him being greatly despised? What are some of those elements? So let's read Obadiah 1. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. All right, it says, "This is the vision that the sovereign Lord revealed to Obadiah concerning the land of Edom," the people of Edom, not the land. See, in the NLT, they'll try to, but we were able through the spirit to filter too. Often the time, just like when the scriptures talk about Jerusalem, more so than not, it's talking about the people before the place. So when the Lord's addressing Basra, he's talking about the people of that land. Okay? Concerning the land of Edom, we have heard a message from the Lord that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, get ready everyone, let's assemble our armies and attack Edom. The way Israel is moving and pulling America into its conflicts, the scriptures say the least of the flock, Amalek, the smallest tribe of Edom, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So they're going to be the tribe to catapult the whole world into war. Okay? But in that war, none of America's allies are going to be fucking with them. They're going to realize there's no benefit to being in bed with this horde. There's only destruction that comes from dealing with it. America being the cheap corporation that the elites use to push their agenda. Okay? Now verse 2 here in the NLT, it says what? The Lord says to Edom, I will cut you down to size among the nations. Your reputation is going to be cut. People are not going to look at you as the hump. You're going to go from hump to chump. Okay? I will cut you down to size among the nations. You will be greatly despised. So they're going to be taken out of that rulership position. All right? Isaiah 47, sitting in the dust, there is no throne. And they're going to be put in at the very bottom. In Isaiah the 14th chapter, it talks about, how people are going to be narrowly looking upon the man. Like, this the guy? You telling me this guy was ruling over the world? Him? People were afraid of him? He's going to go back to that caveman, that state. That's what he's going back to. All right? But one of the elements why people are going to greatly despise this man, the Lord's going to have it revealed some kind of way that this man has been, going back to the article I showed you at the beginning, with the 109 children being recovered here in Dallas. It's going to be revealed on a world scale how freaky this man is. How repulsive his sexual deviance. Even the elites, it's going to be revealed that these people are fucking sickos. And the people that are involved with it, that the American government is involved in it. All these corporations are involved in this trafficking and all of these children all over the world. It's going to be revealed, and people are going to be like, ugh, ew, you piece of shit. That's the realization everybody's going to come to. That Esau Edom is a piece of shit, which he is. That's going to be a part of the element of him being greatly despised. You see, you have been deceived by your own pride because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains. Who can ever reach us way up here? You've insulated yourself with debt. Everybody owes you. You think, I can blackmail anybody. Everybody, they have to go through me to function in this world. It's not going to pan out the way you want it to. Like the scriptures say, the Lord's going to rain fire upon you just before you get to enjoy this NWO you think you're manufacturing. You're not going to get away with this shit. It's just so crazy, don't you think? That that should be worldwide news. 109 kids were recovered. Did they get to go back to their families, or who were the perpetrators? Who did these perpetrators have ties to? How did they organize something of that? It's not 800,000 like the annual number here in America, but clearly that's a percent of it, right? So, how did they swing that? How did they get that done? Did they have a system? Is that, but it was, probably a hiccup. It got revealed, so that they'll just throw that out there. 109 kids got 244 perpetrators. They're not gonna go into the deals to the nitty gritty of how did they do that? How were they able to hide that many children? Did they have a system? Is it just here in Dallas? Is it connected to other cities? Is it a pipeline that these children get shipped to? What were they do? You see what I'm saying? But they gonna put the whole case every day by day of the Cassie Diddy case. Low level shit. All right, Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Destruction unto these people, and that's what's coming. But when we say these people need to have a judgment for that, we're the bad guys. We're pushing hate. Even in Esau's system, you do crimes, you do evil, you gotta pay for it. His system isn't special. It's the same way with the Lord. You do evil, you have to pay for it. We're simply the weather forecasters letting them know. Right? So in this time, the wicked is being revealed, like it talks about in 2 Thessalonians. Okay, the man who's coming is after the working of Satan. So it's being revealed that he's the very devil the Bible speaks of. Yeah, the so-called white man. Mr. Rogers up the street. I remember Tim Tebow was like a month and a half ago. Tim Tebow did that sit down, and he showed the chart of how many. It was over 400,000 child P images sent back and forth between people in a month. He showed, look, this is the chart, and he was like showing, you know. He brought out. He said, bro, think about it. He said on each of any of these images, these different pictures, there's a child that's suffering. It's 400, and this is just this month, 400,000 images being sent back and forth. Why is there should be the tax dollars, they take money after check. It should be tax dollars going to a child recovery course. But we sending money over here to the people with the little hats who commit a lot of the pedoism here, and they can be exonerated when they get caught and just go back to their country and just start a new life over there. This devil got to pay, man. And he's going to be greatly despised. He wants us to be despised. He's going to be the one that's despised when the Lord pulls back the cover on his ass. On the great whore. All right, so Abba Rataza, man. The lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakahakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalawam to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. All right, Shalawam.